Welcome back to Lawrence Park News. I'm Jane Mary. In today's program, we bring you the story of Mark Emery from Vancouver, BC, the self-titled Prince of Pot who has made his living shipping marijuana seeds all across Canada and recently across the United States border, which has landed him in some hot water. The Attorney General of the United States federal government has been trying to get Canada to turn Mr. Emery over to the U.S., Robert Marlowe reports.
Thanks, Jane. I'm live at Vancouver, BC. Mark Emery joins me. Mark, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with me.
It's cool, man.
Well, first off, Mr. Emery, I'll ask you the question that's on everyone's mind. How did you expect the U.S. to react after shipping pot seeds by mail order over the border?
Well, I knew the DA was going to try and get me. The whole point of selling these seeds to the U.S. was to weaken the war on drugs and hopefully empower the marijuana people with self-sufficiency and money.
You know, you don't seem all that worried. Are you at all upset that you're going to jail for 5 years?
I am upset, but by putting me in jail, the U.S. government is digging itself a hole. There will be protests. There already are protests all over Canada and across the United States to keep me out of jail. People want marijuana. That's just the way it is. Imprisoning me won't do any difference. Someone else is just going to spring back up in my place.
Before we move on, Mark, I have one last question for you. Even knowing all the consequences of what happened, would you still do it all over again?
Absolutely.
Back to you, Jane.
Thank you, Robert, and thank you, Mark, for being so honest. Joining us in the studio now is the wife of Mark Emery, Jody Emery, the co-chairman of the BC Green Party. I want to thank you, Jody, for joining us in the studio. Your husband has been fighting this extradition since 2005. So, Jody, maybe you can tell us how you feel about him finally surrendering.
Oh, it's been absolutely devastating. I represent many people who have lost a loved one in the war against drugs. People who are being put in prison for victimless crimes. Mark only sold seeds. He's a Canadian citizen. He never went to the United States. And for Canada to give his file to the Americans is an outrage.
Jody, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Now we go to another one of our reporters, Alex Edwards.
Thanks, Jane. I'm here at the DEA headquarters. Joining me is DEA officer Buzz Killinger. Buzz, what is your take on the situation?
Well, what Mark Emery doesn't seem to understand is that marijuana is illegal. The fact that he finds this disputable is puzzling to me and everyone at the DEA as a whole. Mr. Emery should be tried and convicted, just like any other U.S. citizen caught shipping pot seeds over the border.
That being said, Mark Emery isn't just a regular person.
That's right. Mark Emery that is responsible for 1.1 million kilos of marijuana being grown in the U.S. today. People must understand that he is no hero or revolutionary. He is a criminal. He's a drug dealer.
Buzz, maybe you can tell me how Mr. Emery got away with selling pot seeds from 1998 to 2005.
Well, in his 7-year-long career, Mark Emery was actually registered in Vancouver as a marijuana seed vendor, totaling nearly $600,000 in revenue every year. The rest of the money would go to funding his business in order to resupply his stock, and in addition to that, probably the most concerning thing of all would go to funding political parties that support pot.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
No problem.
Back to you, Jane.
That's all the time we have for today. Join us next time when we talk about Corey Worthington and about his exploits. Good night.